Hi, David Wallimann here, and you guys are pretty awesome because I am getting more and more questions. This Q&A thing seems to be a regular thing now, every Tuesday, so great, let's get right in. Guitar Cover Lessons 3656 asks, do you think it's better to invest in a good guitar or invest in a good amp for starting a band? I think definitely a good guitar. Here's why. If you have a good guitar, a properly set guitar, you're going to be able to achieve things that you would not be able to achieve on a cheaper guitar, on a poorly set up guitar. Therefore, your playing is going to be better, your phrasing is going to be better, the music overall is going to be better. Plus, there's something to be said about music and tone coming out of your fingers. It's true to some extent, not completely, but still, and I think it's possible for someone who is comfortable on his guitar to make a crappy amp sound great. So, definitely a good guitar. Shane Bromfield 6 is asking me if I watch Troy Grady and the Cracking the Code. Yeah, I do. I love his videos. Troy is such a great entertainer and such a great teacher and researcher, and I'll actually even subscribe to his website for a little while to get my chops up to speed. So if you don't know Troy and the Cracking the Code, you should definitely check it out. Next question is from Kamaboko16. I'm gonna condense his question, which was kind of long, but basically Kamaboko is asking me if I've seen some pitfalls that guitar players should avoid and if I've had an aha moment at some point in my career. And the answer is yes. The real moment where I went from being a frustrated guitar player to a fulfilled guitar player is when I realized that nobody could play the way I play. I don't mean it in the sense of I'm the best guitar player in the world. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is that I really, really strongly believe that each of us are really unique. And the way that we play, if we spend time seeking what's inside of us, is going to be unique, and nobody can do that. Nobody can have those ideas, that touch. People can try to reproduce it as best as they could, but they're not going to be comfortable with it because they're not me. And when you realize that you are who you are and that there's something so unique that nobody can touch, that really frees yourself from exploring who you are musically, being a lot happier on the instrument. It sets the level down because there's no more competition, which shouldn't be there in the first place anyways. And the only competition that you can have is kind of with the obstacles that you might find that prevent you to really express yourself on the instrument. So that's really the aha moment. You're probably expecting something like learn this skill that's gonna unstuck you, but no, it's more of a realization that you're you and nobody can be you, and embrace that and be happy with that. And that's such a freeing moment, and that'll allow you to achieve a lot more musically. Next question is from Zach BNJMN6. He's asking me if I have any favorite amps on the Axe FX2. Yeah, currently all the Plexi amps are really the ones that I favor. I like them a lot. They seem to have a lot of personality, and they help me express myself in the way that I feel comfortable. I'm using the Plexi 50 as my main amp right now, and I also really like the Deluxe Verb, which is helping the guitar bring out all the little nuances. I really like that. It breaks up really nicely. Those are my two current favorite amps, but like there's nothing I dislike about the Axe FX. I really love that piece of gear there. And the final question for today is from Mr. Klee 1004. He's asking me, how should I learn how to improvise properly over a backing track? Good question. First of all, in order to improvise properly, I think you need to be able to hear what you're gonna play before you play it. So that's the mental part, where you're anticipating the sounds that you're playing on your instrument, you're thinking about targeting the right notes, you're singing over the backing track, and as you're singing, the music comes out through your fingers. Just like when I'm talking, I've got the thought inside the mind, and it goes really fast through my mouth. That's that invisible thread that we talked a little bit about last week. In order to do that, you need to really actively think about what you're gonna play. Maybe put the guitar down, sing over the backing track, that'll give you some ideas, and then reproduce that on the instrument. The other part is to learn a few useful shapes, a few useful licks that are gonna help make that connection with what you hear inside. So maybe learn some arpeggio shapes. A minor 7 arpeggio shape, a major 7, and a dominant 7 are a good starting point. A few pentatonic shapes, and as you're learning them, always involve your ear where you are anticipating the sound of every note that you're playing. And that's going to help that connection between what you're hearing inside and what is coming out through your fingers. It's going to speed up the time that it takes for your musical idea to travel from the mind through the fingers. That's it for today. If you have more questions, leave them below this video. I will pick the ones that I want to answer next Tuesday, probably, if there are enough questions. Thanks so much for watching my videos. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my other videos. I've got a lot of lessons, a lot of jams, a lot of different things. And I'm still working on the Building a Song Diary episode 2. Check out episode 1 if you haven't seen it. I'm walking you through all the process of building a song. We'll see where it goes. Thanks for watching this. See you next time.